All right, this is the Pops Philly Stakes truck. This truck came out of Las Vegas, worked there for a number of years and was very, very profitable. We did not work the street corner or lunch events. We only worked the special events, fundraisers, did all of the MMA events that were in Las Vegas. Generally, I figured it probably cost us about $500 to roll the truck out every day. So let me go over here and show you a picture of what these tires look like. They're in great shape. The vehicle has approximately 28,000 miles on it. We'll go look at the odometer in just a minute. But you can see here that these tires are in real good shape. They have dualies on the back and singles on the front. The only thing that would have to be done to this truck would be to change the graphics on it. The two generators here on the back are covered now. We'll uncover those momentarily, and then you got a back door for ventilation and access and egress there. But we'll take these generator covers off in just a moment and show you that these two generators on the back are wired in series, and they're very efficient Yamaha gasoline operated generators. Each one of them has less than 300 hours on it. Of course, now we're over here on the other side of the truck, and you can see the tires over here as well. I don't know if you can make that out, but it's these tires are in good shape as well. Cosmetically, there is one little piece of damage on the truck. It's actually on the other side, so I'll take you over and show you that. While we're here, I might as well stop here at the engine and show you how we pull up these dual things here, and then we raise up the engine compartment like so. And this is this big workhorse, Chevrolet workhorse Utili-Master engine that's in here. The only thing that we pulled out of the truck after we built it was where the onboard generator used to be, which is right down here, this locking compartment. We pulled it out, so now there's an empty space down there. And the reason we did it was because whenever we needed the generator worked on, if we had to pull it out, it basically put the truck completely out of service. And so sometimes it might take 4 or 5 days to fix the generator, and a lot of times we just didn't feel like we could afford to have the truck that out of service for that long a period of time. Back here is where the electrical intake is for the if you're lucky enough to have power on the site and you don't need your generators, the power goes right in here. That's where the power cord goes in. This is it with all of the hookups back here for your onboard power. Well, not actually onboard power, it'd be external power, but you can hook in there. Let me see if I can pull these covers off and the wind doesn't get to them too bad. Let's see if I can get some help here to come over and hold this while I'm taking these covers off. It's hard to do with one hand, and so I'll just take these off and I'll open this back door so you can see it. But get somebody to hold this here. I'm just going to take this cover off here to show what one of these generators looks like. I've got still photographs of both of these generators, and as I said, they're wired in series, so if one of them fails, it doesn't necessarily mean that some part of your interior requirement is going to go off, because they are wired in series. But you can take a look at both of these generators. They're both exactly the same. They're Yamaha generators, and these are just kind of cheap covers. You can see there's some holes in these covers. The holes actually came from where somebody put the cover back on too tight, or when the generator was hot. The mufflers on the hot generator actually burned holes through the covers. So that's why you might see a couple of what appear to be holes or tears in the generators. generator covers. But here you go, and if you want to see the close-up of the back one of this one and the front one of that one, we'll show you around this. This platform that these generators are sitting on right here was built as an extension. They stick out, these generators stick out approximately 30 inches from the back rear of the truck. So we did have this and this is the generator here on the other side of that generator that we were just looking at. It's in really good condition, and of course I would not have any problem warranting any of this stuff because everything is real. This is the other generator here. Everything here is just in absolutely first-class condition. You can tell there hasn't hardly been any wear and tear on these generators since they were installed. And they have automatic. There's a battery back here, so that they are both cranked by battery. And then if for some reason a battery fails, each generator, it's on the outside on this one, it's on the inside on the other one, has this pull start mechanism. So, and then this is the back side of the generator here on the other side of the truck. So, that said, we have the area here where we can open up. That door's locked. I'll unlock it. See if I can. I'll either unlock it here if I've got my key in my pocket. Don't recall right offhand which key it is, but I believe that it is this key. So we'll try this one and see. Lucky, first key out of the gate. So this has got your back insulated door, and then we've also got a screen door that you can see. I'll back up here a little bit, and you can see the screen door that provides for ventilation through the truck. This screen door also has a cover handle from the inside and then from the outside here. Now, this generator sitting right here, this is just an old grill cover I had thrown on it. I had this generator in my garage specifically as a spare. It's a Generac HG 8000E. This generator is just a spare in case one of these two on the back needs service. You can take this generator off and put it on the back. So that's the way it looks. There's not enough room for me to really get in here, but as you can see, it's a pretty good looking generator too. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to go back around to the front of the truck and go inside and kind of get a little bit of a tour of what's on the equipment and inside the truck. Right here this is your cold water or your water access. Excuse me, that's your propane. That is where your propane tank is. And then your water is right up here on the side. Right here. This is for your fresh water. It does have a gray water tank. It has a fresh water tank. It has a water heater. So it's fully self-sufficient. This big door that you see right here where it says where you see from the line between the O and the second P in pops all the way over here to the line coming down just beside the second L in Philly and the A in Stakes is where the service window opens up where you serve your customers. So we'll go inside and maybe we'll get that open. I don't have any pictures of that being open. As we walk in, the first thing you see is we have a jump seat here for it automatically comes down, goes up for a rider to sit, and there's a small fire extinguisher underneath. Inside here you've got your indoor access to the engine down here with these little pulls that you just pull these up like we did the engine, and you can actually access the engine from this side as well. So that makes it a whole lot better. This is your cockpit section here. You want to give me those keys and I left back there on the thing? Well, this is the cockpit section here. We'll crank this thing up, and as soon as I get some keys, and you can see, we'll see exactly how many miles it's got on it. It also has a fan up here for the driver, and you can see these breaker boxes here. We have two side-by-side breaker boxes. This is, and everything is labeled for exactly what it goes for. I'm sorry, I have them. I have the keys for no reason. Anyway, down here, this was the original hour meter that was on the generator outside. You can see that it only had 2,307 hours and 7/10 when we took it out of service. So that was not a long time, but by that time I was pretty well had my fill of having it serviced. So anyway, I'm going to crank this thing up for you. Just listen one time. Should just take one time. It should crank right up. We'll see. Here we go. There we are. You can hear this thing run a minute. You can see here the mileage. We've got 28,736. Now that beeping you hear was for my seatbelt. I didn't fasten that. Over here on the side, here we got our lights. We've got our fan control. We've got this unit right here was actually a unit that would play music outside. The cabling, as you can see up here, goes to, there's cabling that goes up to that speaker. If you wanted to, we don't have the speaker there now. We took it off because of some of the events where we'd have another food truck next to us. People thought it was an unfair advantage that we would be sitting in the truck calling for customers and, you know, making jokes and so forth. So they didn't really like that. So we took that out. But the guts of it is still here. These are these windows open up for the driver's comfort and convenience. It is an automatic workhorse custom chassis. It says you got the workhorse here. It does have cruise control. It does have all your loading and all that information up here on the side. I did make a still picture of that, so you should be able to see that with all of your VIN numbers and all that sort of thing is there. You also have a little workspace here built in for clipboards, so you can keep papers and so forth. That comes in real handy. This fan is running. You can see how quiet it is. Not hardly any noise whatsoever. This door blocks off, this stainless steel door blocks off the front from the rear part of the cabin. And as we walk back here, you'll see that all of these cabinets in here are stainless steel overhead cabinets. We have a, this is the Hussman ice cream freezer down here. As you see, we used to use the Amarosa rolls here from Philadelphia when we make our Philly steak sandwiches. That's what we specialized in. And all of these were stabilizers that we put in the bottom to keep the tubs of Italian ice that we sold. We didn't sell ice cream, we sold Italian ice. And they kept the Italian ice tubs from moving over or turning when we were moving, as well as when we were situated and serving. Over here on this side, we have a cork board, a full cork board for notes and anything you might need to display. There's a racking system up here. There is a towel dispenser, soap dispenser, and a single hand washing sink. Stainless steel. Of course, everything in here is NSF and stainless steel. You can see the NSF display here on this 3-compartment sink. This is a 3-compartment sink, a full 3-compartment sink, and it over here on this end we have a fire extinguisher sitting here. So you know, it's for certain types of fires, and the one under the seat in there is for another type of fires. Down here is your water heater. This is a Titan brand water heater. This is a 5-gallon hot water heater. It certainly does an adequate job. Over here we have a stainless steel prep and serving table. I guess this table is probably an 8-foot long table. And right here where these latches are, this is where you pull out one on this side and one down there on the other side right here, where you pull out the latches and raise the door so that you can serve people through this area here. This is screened up on top, and you can open these to have a service area underneath, or you can take them out. And right here, there's a light on each side, so in the evening, the people aren't standing out there in the dark. They have, it's well lit in here. Up above, we have lights, of course. We have lights in the ceiling. We have fluorescent lights in the ceiling. We have natural lights in the ceiling, natural lights and ventilation controls here, kind of like skylights. And then we have twin 15,000 BTU air conditioning units. Now these come in really, really handy if you're working and it's hot and there's no breeze. These things work really, really well. I'm going to go turn this thing off. I still got it running. I didn't even realize it. Before I do, let me show you what it looks like with the engine running. You can just get an idea. Quiet. There are no ticks, there are no rattles, there's no shakes, there's no... This truck drives like an absolute dream. Of course, you wouldn't expect any less. I mean, it's only got 28,000 miles on it. It's never been in an accident. Coming back here, we have your bain-marie down here. This is just a scrub, a towel bucket there. But you have your full bain-marie here with refrigeration underneath and refrigeration inside. I can't open it because this generator's in the way. But it's full down there. Full cutting board, all stainless steel storage cabinet up above. We have another prep table, work table down here at this end. This is for your automatic or your override for your hand pull on your Ansul system in case there's any problem there with anything. And over here is your Ansul tank, your monitoring system, and then we've got this huge 6-foot hood here, which covers the 5 or 6 feet. I don't know which it is actually, but it's a hood, and we got the Ansul system up underneath here that you can see, so it won't have any problem passing inspection, and a 4-foot grill. So we've got the hood area over the double deep fryer here, the Dean double deep fryer with twin baskets, and we've also got a 4-burner flat top stove here that is a Wells brand, and it is also sitting on a 4-foot utility table. Back here is a Beverage Air refrigeration unit. I know you've seen these things all in stores, convenience stores and things like that. We used to keep it in here. It's got a thermometer inside just to keep cold drinks in, you know, people order canned drinks and so forth. Here we have a Frigidare commercial freezer, and this is where we would keep extra meat and things like that we would need for when we went out to do an event. So that's pretty much about it, I guess. You know, there's always, I guess you could always do a little more with something, but this particular truck is very well equipped, and everything on it is works fine. I would be willing certainly to make a 90-day guarantee on every single part about this truck, so nobody would ever feel like they were having to buy a pig in a poke, so to speak. We did a lot of business in this truck, and it really served us well. There is a little utility table down here. It's strapped on, but this comes off, it folds up, and you can use it outside to place condiments on or signage or anything else. We actually use this truck as part of an extension of our restaurant in Las Vegas, which goes by the same name, Pop's Philly Steaks. And when my store manager got really sick, and we decided that a lot of that was brought on by stress, and he was running the truck and the restaurant, you know, pretty much by himself, a crew of about 8 people, and that restaurant's opened 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, so it was quite a challenge. We never had a separate crew that were trained to run and operate this truck. So what we did was we stole labor from there and brought them over to the truck when we would do an event. And he always had a lot of balls in the air and everything. So back in June, when I brought the truck to Florida, in fact, this is the last inspection that we had. You can see we got an A grade. I just didn't want people in Las Vegas talking about the truck, saying, oh, does that mean the restaurant's in trouble, blah, blah, blah. So I figured I could bring the truck to Florida and not have any of that kind of thing go on, any rumors or talk get started. So that's what we did, and much to my pleasure, the store manager is doing so much better now, and I think we certainly made the right decision. This is your freshwater holding tank and your the batteries for your tank, your monitor for your water tank, so you can always know what's going on without having to go put a stick in it. There's a number of things, like all of these things are lighted. They have little light switches on them. We tried to think of just about everything we would need in this truck, and believe it, we've never had any problem whatsoever. We even put a stereo system in here for the driver. So if you're real quiet, you can actually hear it. Okay, that doesn't put you in the Christmas spirit. I don't know what would. I'm going to turn this truck off now, and if there's anything further that I can answer for you, I'm going to send this truck to our broker, and if there's anything that he or I can answer for you, please get back with us and let us know what your questions are. We just hate to have this beautiful asset just sitting here with no means of providing an income or support for anybody. So anyway, thank you so much for taking a look today, and hopefully we'll get together soon on this. Thank you. Bye-bye.